you hear corporate productivity strategies, what usually comes to your mind? Okay, what comes to your mind? You know that we are currently in a VUCA world, a world that is volatile, a world that is uncertain, a world that is complex and filled with ambiguity. And because of that, if we must adapt, all right, if we must adapt to the new normal, especially as regards living, working, being productive, we should know that improving our productivity is usually the biggest challenge that most organizations will face. And it's not just a national thing, it's something that affects organizations everywhere around the world. So for every company, every organization, productivity in the workplace is an essential aspect that the top management must understand in order to enjoy or enhance their success. All right. So productivity will boost morale and create a company's culture of excellence. It will eventually result in improved workplace environment. As we proceed into this course, I'd like you to listen attentively because your mind will be open to certain information, that things that you didn't know before, or things that you probably knew before that you need to hear again to strengthen your understanding of corporate productivity. The essence of every organization is eventually to produce results, right? It's not just about gathering people and everybody's working. Eventually, what is most important at the end of the day is that result is produced. In one of the organizations I'm a part of, we always say that we don't reward effort, we reward results. So that makes everyone to know that it's not just about making effort, it's basically about getting results. So today we're going to be showing everyone that's going to be a part of this class, even those who will be joining later, how you can ensure that your organization has has productivity, right? So we're going to be showing you corporate productivity strategies that you will enhance productivity in your organization, in your business, in everything that you find yourself doing. Okay. So welcome to class. Was just by way of introduction. I'm Dr. Ifeoma Eze, and if you have been in my class before, you must have heard me introduce myself. But if you have not been in my class before, I belong to the the Integrated Institute of Professional Management, IIPM, and here we bring you lots and lots of courses that make you a better professional in your organization. And I happen to be an emotional intelligence expert. I'm also chartered in leadership, management, and others areas. So to save you lots and lots of details about me, if you want, you can read up about me much later. But let's just delve into this course. I believe there is a lot that we have to share today. So today we'll be sharing with you our learning objectives. In this particular course, we'll be defining productivity and identifying its key components. We'll be exploring strategies to build a workplace conducive to high performance. We'll be equipping our participants with effective time management techniques. We'll introduce productivity tools and technologies for streamlined workflows. We'll also foster effective team collaboration and communication, even though we are online. Okay, so we recognize the importance of work-life balance and mental health in productivity. So we have a lot that we intend to cover today, and I believe that everyone who has already joined this class is in for a swell time. All right. I assure you that by the time you leave this class, you must have learned 2, 3, 4, or 5 new things you have not known before. I want to welcome once again those who have joined us online. We have Rotimi Ekomog, we have Saidu Ibrahim, we have Eno Eyong, Samuel Boala, Tony Martins, Abu Kama, Love Christ, Veronica Ilebu, Najim Lassisi. Yes, thank you so much. Somebody's already enjoying the lecture. I have not started. All right. Thank you for enjoying it. I believe you're going to have a wonderful time. Jide for I hope I'm not forgetting anybody's name here. And if you are online and you are not typing, how do we know you are here? So the best way for us to know that you are here is that you have to comment in the comment section. That way we'll be able to give you a warm welcome. If you are joining and watching this class much later, we also encourage you to drop your comments equally. You are welcome, and you're going to have a very, very interesting time together. So let's begin. Okay, so it's funny, but we can start this class with a little icebreaker. All right, so let's hear two truths about yourself and a lie. So to kick this off, let's get to know each other a bit better. We'll play the game, two truths and a lie. I'll start and then everybody types theirs in the comment section. It's a fun way to break the ice. And who knows, you might discover something surprising, some surprising commonalities between among fellow participants. So we're going to be doing that right now. So to start, well, two truths and a lie. Okay. Okay, so number one truth about myself is that I'm a workaholic. I usually don't like to say that, but it's my truth. And in this new year, one of my goals is to try to reduce my work rate, okay? Because there is need for work-life balance. Another truth I'll tell you about myself is that I am dogged. Like I never give up. If no matter things might get really, really difficult and tiring and but somehow I always have this kind of sense of urgency and that keeps me on my toes. I think that's the foundation upon which my workaholic life trends. So those are two truths about myself. Now the lie. The lie would be I never get scared. Mm-hmm. I do get scared. Every great person gets scared. So that's would be the two truths and a lie. Every great person gets scared. Sometimes I'm scared, and this thing we call imposter syndrome has a way of coming around, especially when you have something you're about to do. So I strive. I drive myself every day. I strive to overcome the imposter syndrome. And everyone out here that's listening to me right now, I'm sure that well, from time to time you may have that imposter syndrome. So do well to chase it out of your life. So I think I have done mine. It's time for everybody to do theirs. Wow, that took me a lot of guts. See me sweating, trying to say two truths and a lie. Okay, so please go ahead. Tell me your two truths and a lie as we break the ice. Okay. All right. Okay. So I agree to your two truths and a lie about yourself. Thank you. Thank you. All right, please, everybody, go ahead. Welcome, Gary Eheze. Welcome, Veronica Ilebu. Welcome, Jim Lasisi. Welcome, Abu Kama. Welcome, Tony Martins. All right, let's do this together. Tell me your two truths and a lie. That's how we start this session. All right. I'll be waiting to read through your two truths and a lie. Okay. So while we wait for you to type in yours, we'll be going ahead with the class while we wait. Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right. So let me just stop my screen and we share it. All right. So I hope everyone is following. I'm waiting for your two truths and a lie. Let's do this together. Okay. All right. So this is me resharing my screen and I'm good to go. All right. Today, okay. Okay, I see something funny happening. Um, I see something funny happening in the comment section. Um, I heard we have a truth and lie detector here. Wow. All right. I hope I'll be the first person to be screened and to be declared free from every lie and free from my truth equally. Okay, so I'm just trying to confirm my screen is sharing. I need to reshare my screen. Please be patient with me. Okay. This is me using style to just wait for everyone who has something to share. Um, yeah. So we'll be going into module one. But before that, let me see if I have any truths and lie on the platform. I have one from Eno Eyong said, truths, I love to assist good causes or attend good courses. I think that's what he was trying to say. Okay, and I am obedient. That's wonderful. The lie is that I exercise every day. That will also be my lie. All right. Ademola Afolabi said, I love to assist and very understanding. All right. That's your truth. Please let us know your lie. Okay. Okay. Ademola Afolabi said, I lie is that I eat too much. Oh, all right. So our truth and lie detector is detecting the ones that are truths and the one that is actually a lie. So lie and truth detectors did a very good work. So Najim Lasisi said, truth, I cherish truth and I'm not afraid. I don't have any lie. Wow, that's wonderful. Okay. All right. So while we others keep sharing their truths and their lie, I like us to start. We'll be looking at module one, the overview of productivity. I'm glad everybody is already excited to be a part of this class, and I wouldn't want us to take any more time. All right. So let's look at the overview of productivity. That's our module one. So in today's fast-paced business environment, productivity is not just a buzzword, but a crucial element for sustainable success. Efficient utilization of time, resources, and talent is the cornerstone of a thriving corporate ecosystem. This utilization of time, resources, and talent will directly impact profitability, competitiveness, and overall organizational success. Efficient use of resources leads to increased output and innovation. Higher productivity enhances employee satisfaction and engagement. What we're trying to say is that for corporate productivity, we need to know that it's basically all about efficiently utilizing your time, your talent, the resources you have within a corporate ecosystem in order to achieve overall organizational success. So that's basically what we are looking at when we talk about corporate productivity. How do we use the resources at our disposal? How do we use the time that we have, the people that we have, the human capital that we have, the our unique selling points? How do we utilize all of these things in order to make sure that we have a thriving business, a thriving company? We're a company where employees are satisfied, employees are super engaged, our clients are happy, and then there is increased input, output, and innovation within that same system, eventually resulting into organizational success. So when we talk about corporate productivity, this is exactly what we're going to be talking about all through the next few minutes that we have. So I like you to listen attentively, because at the end of today, you would look back at your organization, you look back at your company, you look back at your business and ask yourself, what more can I do to ensure that my business, my organization, my company is thriving and is producing maximum output and innovation? Because this is why we're in class today. All right. So I'd like you to first and foremost understand productivity. What is productivity? Productivity is the measure of how efficiently these resources include time, labor, capital, how they are utilized to achieve a desired outcome. So as a company, you have your desired outcome, you have your goals, you have your vision, you have the things that you want to achieve, and you are and you are you want to know, how do I combine these things that I have? All right, because it is what you have that you use to get what you want. So how do I then combine the things that I have in order to achieve the things that I want? So this is where productivity comes in. So if you're wondering, this productivity we're talking about, what is it all about? This is exactly what we'll be talking about in this course. Productivity is the measure of how efficiently these resources include your time, labor, capital, how are they utilized in order to achieve a desired outcome? It goes beyond mere output, all right, emphasizing the relationship between input and output. So when we talk about productivity, we are saying, with the little resources we have, what is the maximum output we can achieve? So that's what productivity is. You see, productivity is not when you have little resources and you achieve little results. No, it is, we're talking about what is the best outcome, all right? What is the desired outcome? What is the best that we can achieve if we utilize properly the things that we have at this moment? So this is what productivity is all about. I'd like you to note that productivity is not just about doing more. All right. It's about doing more with the same or fewer resources. It's the art of maximizing output while minimizing input. We see in many in many organizations, people will have to spend so much and then they achieve so little. That is not productivity. Productivity is when you have little, but you are able to achieve more with it. All right. So it's about doing more with the same or fewer resources. It's the art of maximizing output while minimizing input, creating a sustainable and efficient work environment. So this is basically what we're going to be doing today. There are some key factors that influence productivity, and there are various factors. We'll be looking at so many of them within this course. Some of them include engaged employees, some effective leadership. A combination of all of these elements create an environment that is conducive for high performance. So we're going to be looking at key factors. Is not just engaged employees, it's not just effective leadership, but all of these elements, all of these factors eventually create an environment that is conducive for very high performance. Yeah. All right. So let's look at some of those key factors that influence productivity. We've already mentioned employee engagement. By this is that engaged employees are more likely to be productive and they contribute to organizational goals. So when your employees are engaged within an organization, when they are happy to be there, when they are satisfied with the job, when they are able to when they feel belong, all right, they feel like they belong within the organization, when they feel like what they are doing has a greater purpose, it has a greater effect, they would now goals. All right, we have different people who are still coming in. I'm seeing a lot of truths and lies and stuff like that. Welcome, 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 Chibueze Marcus. I see your truth. All right, that's wonderful. Ability to be frugal, producing much with little. Yeah, I see love Christ said for me, I'm very consistent in character and I'm idealist. I'm an idealist, all right. People think I'm perfect, not at all. I'm only trying very hard to be. That's wonderful. That's wonderful. Elder CGN Ojinta, the village man. All right, that's wonderful. Rotimi Ekomok said, truth, I love to assist the needy and I'm positive minded. The lie, I eat twice weekly. Oh, that's wonderful. All right, so that is a form of engagement. This time is not employee engagement. This time it is participants engagement. All right. So let's continue. We're talking about the key factors influencing productivity. So we've talked about employee engagement. The next one will be effective leadership. When there is strong and effective leadership within an organization or company, it sets the tone for a productive workplace culture. It sets the tone for a productive workplace culture. Also, when the right tools and technology is used, it helps to streamline processes. It helps to enhance overall efficiency. In this world that we have found ourselves in is a technologically driven world, and most organizations that want to stay on top need to equally adjust to the use of technology, because with technology, you'll be able to achieve more. You'll be able to streamline some bulky, unnecessary processes, and then you'll be able to enhance overall efficiency. We would understand that even in times like this now, with the world of AI is already in the whole place. AI is streamlining a lot of processes involving some writing, some animations, and stuff like that. You see, we cannot deny the fact that this technology has its own benefits, even though the disadvantages are equally there. So, but we, as an organization that wants to thrive, especially in a world like this, we need to improve our processes, right? And one of the ways through which you can do that is by using the right tools and technology. Even in this course, I'll be showing you some technological tools you can use to streamline some processes within your organization in order to achieve faster, more efficient, and effective results. All right, Festus Okuku said, just coming into the class, you're welcome. We're glad you came. Etim Francis, good morning, guys. Good morning. Welcome. None of you are late. So what we've been talking about basically is that this class, the theme or the topic or the course you are attending right now is corporate productivity strategies. And all we've been talking about is what is productivity. We said productivity is the ability to achieve your overall organizational success with your minimal resources. These resources include your time, include your human capital, include the talents that you have within your organization, whether even your financial resources, all of these things, utilizing them properly in order to achieve overall organizational success. So none of you are late. We are glad you're here and welcome. So we're talking about the key factors that influence productivity. We said another one will be workplace environment. A positive and collaborative workplace fosters productivity. And when people are happy, comfortable in the place where they work, when they notice that there is collaboration, people are not in a competitive mood, all right? People are connecting with other people, focusing on each other's strengths. Eventually, that workplace will foster lots and lots of productivity. Also, when there are clear goals and expectations, when the goals and expectations are well defined and the objectives are well defined, employees will prioritize tasks and focus on what truly matters within the organization. All right, so let's identify and measure productivity. So identifying and measuring productivity metrics involves a strategic approach. So what is this strategic approach that is involved in being able to identify and measure productivity? Now, you cannot say that something is working until you are able to measure it, right? So if we must be productive within our organizations, so within our companies, within our businesses, we should clearly be able to measure it. And this is what we call the productivity metrics, all right? And we need to have a strategic approach towards identifying and measuring productivity. So if you want to do that, how do you do this? Number one, you have to set specific goals. Whenever there is ambiguity in the goals within an organization, there'll be trouble, all right? There'll be lack of productivity. This is because it's difficult for people to achieve what they don't know. Okay. There's a version of the Bible that says, where there is no vision, people behave like goats. All right. So that is not to insult anybody, but in the absence of goals, people truly behave like goats. And it may not be their fault. It may be the fault of leadership, because leadership was not able to set clear goals for the employees within those organizations. So if you heard me, you can drop that comment in the comment section. Where there is no goal, people behave like goats. That's not to insult anybody. That's basically to say that they will move without direction. So it is important that you set specific goals whenever you want to truly measure and identify productivity. All right. Number two is that you have to choose relevant KPIs. We know what KPIs are, right? Key performance indicators. Key performance indicators. They help you to know what somebody is supposed to achieve per time. So instead of telling somebody you have done your work or you have not been doing your work, when you have key performance indicators, when those KPIs have been achieved, then and only then can you say that this person, this staff, this employee is actually doing their work or is not doing their work at all. So this is very, very important and will help you to know who is doing his work or who is not doing her work. So choose relevant KPIs. Don't say your duty or your goal is to bring in 70 customers to this organization or to this business. And then your KPI is ranging from, is talking about the money. Maybe you just like leave that aspect of bringing in customers, and then you're talking about the money that was supposed to be allocated for painting stuff and stuff like that. No, no, no. If the KPIs have to be relevant in the sense that it has to align with the goals that you have set for that employee. All right. So this is very, very important. Let's not just pick up things and just because we want to have a list of KPIs, we just bring up anything and just fill in the paper. All right. So we have to regularly evaluate progress to ensure continuous improvement. There are people that have been in your organization for years. Some of them are productive, some of them are not productive. And it's very, very important that you find ways, measurable ways, all right, specific ways through which you can evaluate the progress and continuous improvement of the staff that work within your organization. Find ways to check you were able to do this at so time. After this amount of time, what have you been able to achieve? How well have you been able to achieve it? What are the improvements in your strategies? What are the improvements in your processes? All right, because processes matter. The difference between most of our governmental institutions and private institutions is in the processes. All right, the privates know how to streamline processes to be able to achieve better results. The governmental they are not doing a good job at streamlining processes at this time, and these are the things that we hope gets improved over time. Because when you go to a government hospital or you go to a government office, the processes involved in you getting one thing is a lot. It's rigorous, all right? Bureaucracy everywhere, the bottlenecks, and you have to now go from one place to another place to another place just to achieve one particular thing. So these are the reasons why we are looking at corporate productivity. Yeah. Okay. Yes, thank you, Rejoice, Rhoda, King, Akinsule. Yeah, I see your truth and I see your lie. But most importantly, I see your KPI, yes, key performance indicator. That's right. That's right. I see the comment section is really busy and buzzing. Thank you so much to everyone who is making it come alive. All right, let's look at our case studies and examples. All right, our case studies and examples. We have to explore real world examples because that's how we truly learn. So that what we're talking about here will not just sound like theory, it will be something that is feelable, touchable, seeable. We can understand it from other organizations around us. So let's look at Google. How many of you know what Google is doing with their 20% time policy? Do you know? If you know, please type it in the comment section so I can follow. Yeah? Is anybody typing? Yeah, Google has a 20% time policy. This was an initiative started by Google. They called it the 20% project. All right. In this 20% project, employees were encouraged to spend up to 20% of their paid work time pursuing the personal projects. Now, the objective of the program was to inspire innovation in participating employees and ultimately increase company potential. So Google did this through their 20% time policy and has consistently fostered a culture of innovation. Google is a super thriving organization. What they have been able to do with their Gmail, with YouTube and stuff like that, it's amazing. Most of our information, our data, in fact, every one of us won't be here in this classroom right now without the impact of Google, simply because they have done a very great work. And one of the things it did as a corporate productivity strategy is to employ this 20% project, this 20% time policy. All right. And this has really made their organization one of the great tests in our current world today. Toyota also did the same thing with their lean manufacturing principles. And because of that, they were able to transform, because of that, they were able to transform the automobile industry significantly by boosting productivity. So let's look deeply at what Google was able to do. That's our case study number one. What was the challenge that brought them to that point? What was the challenge they saw? Because it is challenges that propel solutions. All right. Without challenges, there won't be solutions. And solutions exist because challenges existed first. So what was the challenge? The challenge was that they needed to maintain a culture of innovation and high level productivity. So they sat down and asked themselves, can we solve this problem? How can we maintain a culture of innovation? How can we maintain a culture that is full of high productivity? And they came up with a strategy. And what was the strategy? They said that for 20% of the time that employees were supposed to work in an organization, we will just leave it for them to work on anything they are passionate about. Imagine somebody giving you 20% of your work day every day to just do whatever you like. You see, their brains were rested. They felt good about it. They were happy. They felt cared for. They felt like, I can really work on something that I'm truly passionate about. And what was the result? They were able to give birth, not give birth to children, no. They were able to give birth to successful products like the Gmail, Google Maps, and several others. Because of this, they were able to foster lots of creativity and productivity. So, what we are saying in this course is not just a mere fluke. It's not just something to just uh, lighten up your mind. No, it's practicable. I want you to begin to reflect in the organization you belong right now. Begin to think about the company where you are working in right now and ask yourself one simple question. How can I increase innovation and productivity within my organization? What and what can I put in place to make my organization get better? All right. Somebody saying we did not get the question. I don't know what point you joined us, but please do well to give me an idea so that we know what your question, what the question you're trying to catch up with is. Or you can the beautiful thing is that since you joined on YouTube, you can actually rewind the video, okay, so that you can get the question properly. All right. All right, so that is it. Yes, Ola, Titi Lola Oshati said productivity is key to economy recovery. Absolutely, absolutely. So that's what we're looking at. What we're looking at today. Look at your own organization. Look at your own company. Ask yourself, what can I do to make sure that everyone within my company is producing optimally? All right, so that there is high productivity and there's a culture of innovation. Google did this and they were able to get the results that they desired. Another organization that did was Toyota. All right, that's a case study two. Okay, Toyota did this, and what was the challenge they were facing? There was a lot of waste. Okay, within their organization, and the efficiency was not much. And they sat down and they began to think about it. How can we increase productivity? How can we reduce waste? And they came up with the solution. And this solution, they called it they had to implement the lean manufacturing principles. The lean manufacturing principles was a solution. Let me tell you, the core principle in the implementation of the lean manufacturing is to eliminate waste and to continually improve their processes. So the system aims to improve the bottom line by creating workspaces that are free from clutter to increase productivity, to increase safety, to increase efficiency, and to increase employee satisfaction. They discovered that if they were able to do this, they would eventually reduce waste and increase their efficiency. And what was the result? They dramatically increased productivity and became a global benchmark for manufacturing efficiency. In fact, it is impossible for you to be on the road right now, look left, right, front, back, and not see a Toyota vehicle. This is because these people sat down and brought solution. They sat down and brought solution to the problem and the challenge they were facing. So this is something that we all have to look into in order to achieve our results. We are done with module one at this juncture. I'd like to ask you a question. Did you understand everything we talked about in module one concerning productivity? Do you understand every one of them? All right. So if you did not, please do well to drop your question. If you also did, if you have a question, please do well to drop the question and we will be able to answer your questions. In fact, we have a team of professionals and experts in the comment section that are ready to answer any question that you bring up in this class. So please feel free to drop your question. Myself or any of a team of experts will answer your question. So it is time for module two. In module two, we'll be talking about creating a productive culture. Creating a productive culture. The importance of a productive work environment cannot be overstated. It's not just about the physical space, but also the culture and the mindset that encourages optimal performance. So we're going to be looking at module two in details. I hope you've been enjoying this class so far. All right, so let's delve into it. There are key points to note. And number one key point is that a productive work environment is the foundation for achieving organizational goals. Secondly, it encompasses physical, virtual, and cultural elements that support efficiency and collaboration. Thirdly, a positive work environment enhances employee well-being, satisfaction, and overall productivity. So we have to look into a positive work environment and its effect on productivity, all right? Its effect on corporate productivity. So if I ask you, what are the strategies for building a positive organizational culture? What are the things you would add? I have some things here up on my slide, but I'd like you to tell me something that is not on this slide, okay? And drop it in the comment section. Look through my slide, what I'm about to share, and then tell me what is not here on this slide. Number one thing I believe that will help to build a positive organizational culture is communication. As leaders, we have to be open and transparent about communication within our organization. Communication is the lifeline of every organization. Open and transparent communication, it fosters trust and it fosters collaboration. We should begin to communicate to our employees or to our colleagues or to our subordinates that competition is not the way to go. Collaboration is stronger than competition. We have several organizations these days where there is high level of competition. And when that happens, that organization will not grow properly. Yes, I know about the healthy competition, but there is something that is stronger than healthy competition. It is called collaboration. Collaboration is better than competition because in collaboration, people produce their strengths, people bring out their strengths. People bring their strengths together in order to achieve something higher and greater than something that that's what one person can achieve. It's called synergy. And I can assure you that synergy is greater than energy. Energy is just like the best possible strength of just one person. But when these energies come together to produce what we call synergy, that's collaboration. And when there is collaboration, there is no way that that organization will not be what have a positive organizational culture. Secondly is recognition and rewards. Anything you want to see within your organization, reward it, recognize it, talk about it. In fact, let me tell you this. If you want to see failure on a consistent basis within your organization, keep talking about it, keep complaining about it, keep whining about it. But if you want to see excellence, that should be the only thing you talk about. In fact, excellence should be the only thing that gets your attention. High results should be the only thing that gets your attention. Let people that work with you, whether you are a leader in whatever capacity of leadership that you find yourself in, let that be what you keep talking about, you recognize. I tell people around me, learn to celebrate wins. Even if they are little wins, talk about them, because little wins celebrated will eventually give rise to bigger wins. So recognize it, talk about it, celebrate it, acknowledge it, reward achievements. And when you do that, you boost morale. Everybody will want to be in your good books. Everybody will want to be in the high-performing cadre. They will not out of competition this time, but because they have a sense that this is what gets rewarded, this is what gets recognized. Inclusivity. We have to cultivate an inclusive culture where diverse perspectives are valued. I must honestly tell you, in one of the organizations where I work, I noticed a particular trend. Will I call it a trend? But I noticed that there are some young people, the Gen Zs. Some of us that are maybe Gen X or Gen Y, we should not neglect the inputs of these Gen Zs. Yes, we know they are erratic. Yes, we know they are young. Yes, we know they are inexperienced. But these young ones have a lot of creative juices flowing through them. And if you are a bit older, just like me, I don't know how old you are, but if you're a bit older, just like me, there is a chance that you might not like the erratic nature and sometimes even rude and arrogant nature of these Gen Zs. But then it is commonly said that you should not throw away the baby with the bathwater. Okay, so we need to learn this act of inclusivity, that so that we include them into the culture of the organizational culture that we're building. Let's listen to them, even though we know they are inexperienced. We know that they do not even when they bring their solutions, sometimes they can seem so arrogant. I'm telling you this out of experience. So I have this experience with a particular Gen Z. She's young, she's smart, intelligent, but like I said, inexperienced. But you see, they have ideas that can really move you forward. So I noticed that I was always getting angry with her suggestions, getting angry with what she was bringing in. But after a while, I had to advise myself, in the spirit of inclusivity, to calm down and listen to what this girl is bringing. And I discovered that she did have bright ideas. And when we build organizations that we just focus on the ones that are matured and very experienced, we miss out on diverse perspectives that can move our organization forward. We miss out on solutions that can actually bring an end to the challenges that we're facing within our organization. So this inclusivity is not just about age. Inclusivity is also about culture, people from different tribes and races. So we should not say, oh, it has to be only a Niger thing. You can have people working with you from other countries. You can have people working with you from other races. Just have this inclusivity mindset. It will help you to listen to people. It will help you to see ideas from other people's perspective, and you'll be surprised at how it can even bring a solution to the challenge that you're having in your organization, right? Another strategy for building a positive organizational structure, culture, is learning and development. There is no end to learning. The 21st century illiterate is the one who has refused to learn, relearn, and unlearn. Great leaders grow daily. If you want to be a great leader, you have to learn daily, you have to grow daily. There is no end to learning. I consider myself a lifelong learner. I never say I've learned enough. I learn every day. I study every day. I make it my priority to learn, even from anybody. So I learn from the old, I learn from the young, and anybody who has that kind of mindset, you would go far in life because you are always learning. So invest in continuous learning to empower your employees. Don't say they already know how to do this work. Don't say they already know how to do this work. So make them to keep learning. Make them to keep learning. Create opportunities. Like what we have in IIPM is an opportunity for you to say, okay, I have staff in my organization. Let me bring them for this 100% free learning opportunity. Imagine that everything you're learning here is free of charge. The only time you get to pay is if you want a certificate from this course, then you pay for it. That's amazing. I don't know any other organization that does this. For every other organization, you practically have to pay before you learn. But here at IIPM, we believe we have this sense of urgency that we know that knowledge is important. Knowledge is power. People perish because of lack of this knowledge. And we are out here to make sure that everybody gets this knowledge, at least free of charge, because we believe that the investment we are making in your life through giving you this opportunity to learn will do a lot for you in your workplace, will do a lot for you in your personal business, will do a lot for you in your relationship with people. So invest in continuous learning to empower your employees. Send them for courses. Sometimes you have to pay, buy the truth and then not sell it. So another thing is that another strategy for building a positive organizational culture is the work-life balance. You need to promote a healthy work-life balance for sustained productivity. do well. Go ahead and share this link. I know you're already enjoying this class at this point. Go ahead and share this link with your friends and colleagues. Invite them to learn alongside. Just think of the things that you are getting here just for free. The least you can do is just to share the link, all right? To tell somebody there is stuff here, there is value here, right? All right, let's move on. I'd like you to know that a positive organizational culture is the glue that holds the team together. Companies like Glow, MTN, and others, they prioritize cultural elements, making it a fun and engaging place to work. This results in high productivity. So if you have an organization, you have a company you're working with, you have a business that you're running, if you focus on creating a positive organizational culture, what will happen is that it will glue your people together. You have a real team that you are working with, and everybody will see work as fun. And when they see work as fun, there will certainly be higher productivity. So other strategies for employee engagement and motivation. You want to motivate your employees. You want to engage them properly. Number one is meaningful work. Meaningful work. What do we mean by meaningful work? Meaningful work simply means that when employees, they find purpose in the tasks that they have been assigned to do. Every leader, every employer needs to ensure that they communicate properly to their employees and let them know that the little work they are doing have a lot of meaning. When people find meaning, when they find meaning in the work that they do, when they understand that there is purpose in cleaning that table, purpose in opening the gate, purpose in opening the door, purpose in sweeping the organization, purpose in fixing the computer, purpose in typing that letter, purpose in disseminating information, purpose in going out for new targets. When they find purpose in the tasks that they are doing, then and only then will they see their work as meaningful. They will see themselves as people who are contributing to the greater good of the organization. That's what we mean by meaningful work. Secondly, recognition programs. You need to intentionally, deliberately acknowledge and appreciate the contributions that members of your team bring to the table. Like I said, if whatever you recognize is what will keep happening within your organization, so you want to promote any behavior, you want to promote any attitude, recognize it, appreciate it, talk about it, reward it. Before you know it, people within your organization will all begin to behave in that same manner because they see you openly recognize and reward it. Another one is professional development. You need to provide opportunities for skill enhancement, for trainings, for personal development. This will help your team or the people that work with you to improve on their engagement and their motivation. Another one is feedback channels. Establish open channels for constructive feedback. In fact, in some wonderful organizations now, people have an open door policy. An open door policy means that their door is always open for anyone who wants to complain about something or who wants to give feedback concerning anything within the team or within the organization. So it's important that you have feedback, proper feedback channels. Establish open channels for constructive feedback. Another one is team building activities. Foster a sense of comradeship, it's called collaboration or a sense of like they are comrades, okay? That's the spirit. When people are able to see themselves as colleagues, all right, they see that they're not fighting over anything, they're not fighting over they're not competing and struggling who will be the best and who will be the highest and who will be the one that is most celebrated, you know. They have this sense, they understand that it is important for them to be together. Camaraderie. So they need to foster a sense of camaraderie, a sense of brotherhood, a sense of family, a family kind of bond. And this will happen by team building activities. So I've seen some organizations set out to do like health work. I've seen some others call other people for a football game. Others call for a retreat of some kind, just because they believe that people, employees most especially, who work together should have this sense of camaraderie, all right, and collaborations. This is very, very key. All right, so let's move on. I'd like you to note that employee engagement is a cornerstone of productivity. Companies like Salesforce invest in their employees' growth, resulting in high motivation levels and consequently increased productivity. So this is very, very important. Yes, they be part, sorry. I see your comment in the comment section. It said regular manpower development on organizational behavior to improve employee relationships. Absolutely. Absolutely. Rotimi Ekomok said, well understood. I'm glad you understand it. Najim Lasisi said, engagement with employees, reward system, sanction. Beautiful. That's a very beautiful contribution. All right, please let me know. Let me know if you are getting everything we are sharing today. And if you have some other contributions, please do well to drop them in the comment section on YouTube. I'm just here. I'm reading it. I remember we like our classes to be very interactive and engaging. So please be a part of what we're doing. Don't just listen. Type in, let's know what you think. Jide Forward, they said, building trust in people also helps to enhance positive organizational structure. Absolutely. There are people who have trust issues, even as bosses, all right? They can't trust their employee to do the work well. You are so afraid. Will they do it well? Have they done it before? How are they going to do it? But see, like as we said, companies like Salesforce, they invest in their employee growth. They trust them, they believe them. And this results in high motivation levels and consequently in increased productivity. Yes, Adamu Mohammed said, innovation delivered to cope technology advancement in organization. Okay, yes, this happens. Yes, yes. Thank you so much, Adamu Mohammed, for your contribution. All right, everybody do well to contribute. Let me know what you think in the comment section. If you're getting what I'm saying, you can drop it as a comment. Yes, absolutely. Thank you, Hopeful Great, for your comment. Everyone do well to comment so that we can have a very, very swell time. This time, not just employee engagement, we are having a participant engagement in our comment session. All right, let's talk about leadership role in fostering productivity. Leaders have roles in order to foster productivity within the organization. So as a leader, what should your role be in ensuring that you foster productivity? Number one, you need to have what we call visionary leadership. You know, you should be able to inspire a shared vision for the organization. You should be able to inspire a shared vision. Do you know that there is something we call vision ownership? Do you know what vision ownership is? Vision ownership basically is the ability to make the people, the followers of a vision, the employees within the organization, to own the vision, to personalize the vision, to see the vision as their own. When this happens, that's what we call a shared vision. So it's not enough for you to have a vision as a leader. It is more important for you to have a vision that your team have been able to share with you. So everybody owns the vision, everybody accepts the vision. They don't see it as, now Oga vision be that. You get that point. They don't see it like this is our leader's vision. It doesn't concern us. They see it is our vision. It's a vision that belongs to us. This is why we exist as an organization. When you bring your team to that point, will they be able to engage properly and then achieve productivity, high productivity within the organization. So a leader has to keep sharing the vision, sharing the importance of the vision, sharing the urgency of the vision, sharing the need for the vision, sharing the why for the vision, so that people within the organization can buy into it, understand it, and pursue it effectively. All right. Secondly, a leader's role, it also includes communication skills. A leader should be able to communicate properly. Let the people know why you are doing what you are doing. Convey your goals well. Convey your expectations well. Let them know the why. Okay? Let them know, why are we doing what we are doing? Why are we doing this work? Why are we in this organization in a time like this? Why? Why? Let them know why we have to meet up with targets. Let them know why we have to achieve that vision. Let them know why we have to have this meeting. Why do we need to have an extra meeting? Why do we need to work extra hours? Communicate properly, convey the goals and the expectations. And when you do this, it will be easy for the people that follow you, your employees, to follow. Thirdly, empowerment. Delegate and empower team members to take ownership. I've already talked about that. They should take ownership. The fact that you are a foreman does not mean you should do the work of four men. Let me say this once again. The fact that you are a foreman, Foreman. You can type this in the comment section. Foreman. The fact that you are a foreman does not mean you should do the work of foreman. FOUR, then space MEN. Help me type it in the comment section so I know you are following. The fact that you are a foreman does not mean you should do the work of four men. Delegate. Learn to delegate. Empower your team members and make them take ownership. And when they take ownership, you have empowered them to do the work. Absolutely. Yes, I see your comments. Abu Kama said everything rests on leadership. Absolutely. Innovation, productivity, it does rest on leadership. The way a leader communicates, it's so important. Empower your team. Don't make them look like they are stupid. Don't make them look like they are children. Don't make them look like they're incapable. Emphasize more on their strengths. That way you empower them. Ignore their weaknesses. That way you empower them. Also, adaptability. Yes, I see some comments. Enobon Odofort said, a successful leader is one that has been able to share the company's vision clearly such that the employees are aligned with it. Absolutely. That's what I'm saying. That's just it. Yes, Rotimi Ekomok, foreman, yes. The fact that you are a foreman does not mean you have to do the work of foreman. That's talking about delegation, right? Then Adamu Mohammed said, a good leader is a skillful professional who carries his team together, receive feedback from all levels of management, including the operational, tactical, and strategic level in order to achieve. That's powerful. That's powerful. That's who a good leader is. Yes, Debbie Pat, you got it right. The fact that you're a foreman does not mean you should do the work of foreman. That's exactly what I said. So lead by example as a leader, all right? Lead by example. Be adaptable. Navigate change with resilience and flexibility. A good leader knows when to be flexible. I know things has to be done in a certain way, but you must not do everything that same way. Learn to be flexible. There are times to be flexible. Listen to your team. Try to adapt because you want to increase productivity. See, if you want to do the work alone, the work will even kill you. It's too difficult for somebody to do just the work all by himself. It is commonly said if you want to go fast in life, go alone. But if you want to go far in life, you have to go with people. And to go with people, that's leadership. That's leadership. That's why I have to navigate change with resilience and flexibility. You need to demonstrate the values and behaviors expected from the team. If you want them to be honest, be honest. If you want them to be truthful, be truthful. If you want them to be thieves, you start stealing. Because you, as a leader, you should lead by example. That's it. Yes, thank you, Elder I got your name earlier. I'm trying not to use your YouTube name. I got the name Elder. Okay, yes, Elder CGN Ojinta. All right. So I see your comment again. You said you are quite right. The fact that you are a foreman doesn't mean you should do the work of foreman. Correct. Najim Lasisi, you got it right too. Jide Forward, you got it right too. Chibueze Marcus, you got it right too. And that's just it. So there is a role that the leader has to play in order to ensure productivity within the organization. Now, did you know that effective leadership is crucial for creating a culture of productivity? Apple, under Steve Jobs, was known for his visionary leadership. So, and therefore, he was able to drive innovation and high performance standard. So and now Steve Jobs is dead, but Apple is still striving, still breaking new grounds, simply because a leader understood his role in corporate productivity. Now, let's talk about the components for establishing clear goals and expectations. Yes, Adebanke, and they said a good leader understands the appropriate leadership styles to lead his people. That's correct. So, components for establishing clear goals and expectations. So, you want to establish clear goals and expectations. Number one, make sure those goals are SMART goals. Now, I'm sure you know what SMART means. So, please let me know in the comment section quickly. What are SMART goals? Type them. I know it's on the screen. You can even copy the one on the screen. That's fine. Yeah, SMART goals. So SMART goals are specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time bound. Yes, that's absolutely correct. So SMART goals: specific, measurable. Make sure your goals are specific. Make sure they are measurable. Make sure your goals are specific. Make sure they are measurable, achievable, relevant, and time bound. That is very, very, very important. All right, please confirm you can still hear me. Confirm you can still hear me. All right, so make sure also that there is regular communication. Keep teams informed about organizational goals. Let them know what we are doing in the now, what we are doing in the next quarter. Let them know what our short-term goals are, what are our long-term goals. These are one of the ways through which you will be able to engage, enhance productivity within your team. Also, establish a feedback loop for continuous improvement, and then may ensure that individual goals align with overall mission. This one is very important. You know, there are many times that there are many times that leaders focus so much on organizational goals and ignore individual goals. For there to be high productivity within any organization, there is need for leaders to ensure that there is an alignment between individual goals and the overall goals of the organization. Let me explain this. Every individual has that thing in their mind that they see as their purpose, that thing that they see as their vision, that thing that they really want to, that they love to see or they love to achieve. Now, during the interview session, it is pertinent that you bring somebody into the workplace who has the same passion that aligns with your organization. Because if this person has a vision or a goal that is alien to the vision of the organization, the person will be a misfit for the organization. But when the person is able to understand that the organization, what the organization wants, and this is what the person wants as an individual. At that point, individual goal has aligned with organizational goal. And anybody that you have in your team who has what they are doing currently as their personal vision, this is what they want for themselves, this is what they really want to see, there is no way there won't be high productivity because their goals are aligning. Okay. Now, the secret of Amazon is that they have clear goals and expectations. And because of that, it helps to provide a roadmap for their success. Amazon's focus on customer centric goals has been a driving force behind its growth. They set clear expectations for their teams as a result of that. Their focus is on customer satisfaction, that the customer gets what they want to, that the customer gets what they came looking for on the platform and they got it in the quality that they need to get it. That is the secret of Amazon. And I believe it is the secret for of other organizations who also want to see productivity. All right. Let's talk about, we are done with module one, we're done with module two, and I hope you have been able to catch up on what we have been sharing. Now, I like to give us a 2 minute break. Is that too short? I believe just what I want you to do is just stand up, stretch, move your body, shake your body, and then let's join back the class. All right. Later on, I'll be sharing with you on why there is need for us to have this little break at this time. So we've talked about module one and module two. Now, if you don't want to have a break, use this time to make your contributions on the platform, or use this time to also type in your question. So we've done module one and module two. We'll be doing the rest of the modules. Just let's have a 2 minute break, something very short. Stand up, walk around, stretch your body, drink water or take tea, whatever you can, but just 2 minutes and we'll be back. 2 minutes is exactly 120 seconds. So please don't go far. Don't tune out. Don't disconnect. Just leave your line on. We'll be back in 2 minutes. Okay. All right, I hope you have stretched yourself and you're ready to join back the class. It was just a short break, a break for just stretching. So let's join back and finish up. All right. Okay. All right. So welcome back from a short break. If you have been able to stretch yourself, I hope you are good and ready to go. Because it's actually important to consider those learning. I know we are learning online, but it's not bad to also consider the fact that our retention span is no longer what it used to be. So there's need for us to stretch and get back. Okay, so if you have been following, we have handled module 1 and module 2, and now we are on to module 3, time management mastery, the mastery of time management. Remember, we've been talking about corporate productivity strategies, and there is no way we can comfortably talk about maximizing productivity without talking about time management, right? We've talked about how to create a positive culture. We've talked about what productivity truly is. Now we're talking about time management principles. If you want to be able to achieve productivity, you have time. We are all bound by time. So you can't do for eternity something that has been bound by time. Assume you say, okay, I have this goal and this vision to increase our manpower or to increase our client base to 2,000 clients. You don't have an eternity to do something that has been marked in time, which means you therefore need to know how to manage your time in order to achieve that high level of productivity that you desire. So I'll be sharing with you some time management principles that you can incorporate. Number 1 is the Eisenhower matrix. The Eisenhower matrix. How many of you have heard of the Eisenhower matrix? Some of you may have heard the details of the Eisenhower matrix, but maybe you may not have understood how it applies to your everyday life. I'll be showing you very shortly how to apply the Eisenhower matrix. But I would like you to know that the Eisenhower matrix helps you to prioritize tasks based on urgency and importance. So you have to look at which task is very urgent and very important, which task is very urgent and less important, which task is very less urgent and very important, which task is less urgent and also less important. So that's how you are able to use the Eisenhower matrix. Please confirm for me that you can actually see my screen and you can see my slide on the screen. All right, because that's super essential. All right, good. So another one is the Pareto principle, the 80-20 rule. We have to focus on the 20% of the tasks that yield 80% of the results. 20% of the tasks that yield 80% of the results. So what are the 20% tasks that I can do now that will ensure that 80% of the work I'm supposed to do has been covered, or 80% of the result I'm supposed to get has been covered? Another time management principle is eat that frog. Uh, when the author, how many of you remember the author who wrote that book, Eat That Frog? It was one of the very early motivation books I read growing up, and it was a huge blessing, you know. It was a huge blessing to me as a person, and I'm sure most of you may have read the book too. Eat That Frog. Who knows the author? I want to know if there is anybody who has read that book who knows the author of Eat That Frog. Very popular man, very popular. Eat That Frog. Yes, Brian Tracy. Brian Tracy. Yeah, he's the author of Eat That Frog. He wrote that book in 2001, and he wrote that book, 21 Great Ways to Stop Procrastinating and Getting More Done in Less Time. I highly recommend the book. It will be an eye-opener for you. All right. So eat that frog. The emphasis on eating that frog is just that you should tackle the most important, most challenging tasks first. We're not saying you should go and start eating frog like people from one Asian continent like that. We just want you to tackle the most challenging tasks first. Next one is batching. In batching, what do you do? In batching, you just group similar tasks. You group them into categories so that you'll be able to enhance efficiency. So you batch them, like put them in batches, all right? Another one is the 2 minute rule. If a task takes less than 2 minutes, do it immediately, all right? So if a task is a task that takes less than 2 minutes, don't just wait, just do it immediately. These are a few of the time management principles. I'd like to share more light on the Eisenhower matrix so that you can understand. Now, this is the Eisenhower matrix. The matrix that you're looking at now is just like a table of data. You can actually create your Eisenhower matrix on your own paper. All right, you can just get a pen and paper and just keep it in front of you and just draw it. All right, so create 4 boxes in front of you. So just vertical line and draw another horizontal line. That way you have 4 boxes. So on the left upper side, write important. On the left lower side, write not important. On the top, to the left, write urgent. By the right, write not urgent. So in the first box, write do it now. The second box, write decide, schedule a time to do it. The third box, write delegate, get somebody to do it. And the fourth one, write delete, eliminate it. So the Eisenhower matrix insists or states that if a task is very urgent and very important, you should do what? Do it now. That's in the first quadrant. Now, the second quadrant is decide. If it is important, but not urgent, right? This task is important, but it's not urgent. What should you do to it? Decide, schedule a time that you can do it. The third quadrant, if a task is not important, but is urgent, get somebody else to do it, all right? Delegate it to somebody else. There's somebody else that can do it. That task is not important, but it's urgent. It has to be done, all right? Then, if this task is not important and this task is also not urgent, what do? Eliminate it. Don't do something that is not important and something that is not urgent. So that's it about the Eisenhower matrix. You know, when some of you heard the Eisenhower matrix, it was sounding like one thing from Latin like that, but it's just clear. All right. The first quadrant is do, second quadrant decide, third quadrant delete, fourth quadrant third quadrant delegate, fourth quadrant delete. So just know, when should I do this? Should I do this now? Or should I decide a time to do it later? Or should I delegate it to somebody else to do it? Or should I delete it? This is how you work with the Eisenhower matrix. In fact, it is a very, very veritable, is a very veritable tool for time management that every professional should make use of. All right. Every professional should know, because in fact, every leader should know how to make use of this, because this will really, it will greatly help your work. It will greatly help you to be very efficient. Okay. Now, other techniques are the prioritizing techniques, all right? Prioritization techniques. One of the prioritization techniques is the ABC method. So just all the things you're supposed to do, just classify them into three, categorize them into three. Urgent, important, less important. Start with the urgent, the ones that has to be done right now. So do the urgent ones now, the important ones later, the less important ones last. Another one is the Moscow method. All right, the Moscow method. The Moscow method just simply means must haves. Prioritize your tasks into must haves, should haves, could haves, and won't haves. So the things that you must have to do them now. The things that you should have to do, you can do them later. The things that you could have done, you can get somebody else to do it. The things that you won't have to do, don't do it at all. All right. So it helps you to eliminate unimportant tasks and do the things that are very, very important. Yes, Adamu Mohammed, thank you for that contribution. You said it helps to eliminate unimportant tasks and go for meaningful tasks that can lead the team to achieve their goals and objectives. Absolutely correct. Absolutely correct. That's what we're talking about. All right. Now, we have another one, the WSJF, which means the weighted shortest job first. All right. So in this one, you just have to prioritize your tasks based on their impact and time sensitivity. So how important are they? Which of them is bound by time? Which of them has to be done? Which of them has a deadline? All right. That's how you prioritize your task. All right, let's look at another one. Did you know that prioritization techniques helps in managing workload efficiently? That's the ABC method, widely used in project management, ensures that most critical tasks are addressed first. So everyone should learn how to prioritize as a leader, as an employer, as an employee, which tasks must be done right now, which ones must be done later. So you either do, decide, delete, delegate, delete matrix of Eisenhower, or you can use the ABC, the urgent, important, or less important categorization, or you group them into batches. But one thing is sure, you have to prioritize in order to succeed in the work that you're doing. So let's look at goal setting and SMART objectives. We've talked about SMART, all right? But let's just take a good look at it again. Setting SMART objectives ensures that goals are well-defined and achievable. Remember, we talked about SMART: specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. Every goal must have these 5 characteristics. They must be specific in nature. You must be sure what is it that we want to do. It must be measurable. How do we measure it? What are the KPIs involved? All right. How do we know that? How do we evaluate that the results that we want to achieve has been achieved? It must be achievable. Don't go and bring one goal that looks like traveling to Pluto. All right. Traveling to Pluto is not achievable by just everybody. All right. Nobody's traveling to Pluto to do anything. So it's not achievable. Then another one, relevant. All right. It's good enough to bring out a vision or a goal. But please, what is its relevance? How important is it? Okay. This is something that you have to answer. And then time bound. Is this something we have to do forever? Or is it something that we have to do in time? And please, every goal should have a time deadline assigned to it. Google's goal of organizing the world's information and making it universally accessible and useful is a prime example of a SMART objective. Google has done something that most people have not been able to do. What Google has been able to do is that all the information in this world, Google has been able to organize it, and they have also made it accessible and useful. In fact, people's foolishness is no longer very obvious these days, unless when they talk without unintelligently on social media and just say things they shouldn't be saying. But it's easy for people to prove show themselves as wise people now because of the work that Google has done. All right. So anybody can Google any information at one instance, get any information, know anything in one instance. And that's what Google has been able to do. All right. Adamu Mohammed, I see some acronyms you are making. I see FIFO, I see LIFO. Okay, he's saying that FIFO is first in, first out. That's a time management skill. All right. And then LIFO. All right. So please write them out well so that everybody can share in the knowledge you are given. And thank you so much for being very interactive. I encourage every other person to be as interactive as well. All right. So let's keep going. Let's talk about goal setting and SMART objectives. We have talked about the SMART objectives: specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time bound. So what we're saying is this: in goal setting, make sure that you clearly define the goal, make sure that you establish measurable criteria for success, make sure that you ensure the goal is realistic and attainable, make sure that you align the goal with overall objectives, and make sure that you set a realistic time frame for achieving the goal. Let's talk about some strategies for overcoming procrastination. If you have ever procrastinated in your life before, say yes in the comment section. I think I should be the first to say yes because I know I have procrastinated lots and lots of time in the past, but I have also discovered something that these days I am doing better because I have learned some strategies that helps me to overcome procrastination. But for some of us, it is still a serious problem, having to procrastinate the things that we want to do, say we're going to do them, keep hoping and keep wishing that we're going to do them, but nothing ever happened by a wish. Everything that you want to achieve, especially as it relates corporate productivity for your business, for your organization, for your company, even for yourself, you need to learn how to overcome procrastination. So number one is that you have to break tasks into smaller steps. Break tasks into smaller steps. Make tasks more manageable. Set short deadlines. Create a sense of urgency. I've talked about the sense of urgency. Tell yourself that it has to be done now. It has to be done. It has to be done. People are waiting. All right. There are people that will perish because you have not put out that knowledge or information that you are yet to put out. All right. So have that sense of urgency. Visualize your success. Imagine positive outcomes. All right. Of completing your tasks. Tell yourself how glorious will it be by the time I've been able to achieve this things I want to achieve. And then utilize the Pomodoro technique. I'll be sharing with you very soon on the Pomodoro technique. The Pomodoro technique is a very beautiful technique. It's something that that will greatly, greatly, greatly help you. When we talk about the Pomodoro technique, it's not one mysterious technique. It's just a technique that is simple. What does it imply? It's a time management method, okay? But it is based on 25 minutes stretches of focused work, broken by 5 minutes break. Okay, so which means that what do you want to do? Tell yourself that I'm going to dedicate 25 minutes at a go. All right. So 25 minutes, you walk, 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 walk. After 25 minutes, you have a 5 minutes break and you come back to that work and do it again. After 25 minutes, you have a break. By the time you have done it for the fourth time, then have a longer break of 15 minutes or 30 minutes. That way, you've utilized the Pomodoro technique. So the longer breaks take like 15 to 30 minutes, and they're taken after the 4 consecutive work intervals. So just basically to divide your work interval into groups of 25, 25, 25 minutes. That way you'll be able to achieve the things that you want to achieve. That's the Pomodoro technique. All right. So just working in focused intervals. Okay. So another one is time blocking and Pomodoro technique. What does time blocking imply? Time blocking means that you have to allocate specific blocks of time to different tasks or activities. All right. So you can say, well, the next 15 minutes, I'll be working on my vision for the year. For the next 10 minutes, I'll be looking out for those who should be a part of that vision. For the other 20 minutes, I'll be looking at the strategies to achieve that vision, so that's time blocking. It helps you to maintain focus on one task per time. That way, you are able to do one particular task per time without getting distracted or without procrastinating it equally. The Pomodoro technique focus on working in focused intervals for 25 minutes, followed by a very short break. It also enhances concentration and prevents burnout. You know that in this world that we have found ourselves in, the distraction level is high. The distraction level is high. Um, you see people want, in fact, even this online class, I'm sure that is not everybody who started with us very active, that is still attentive in this class now. How do I know? How will I know those who are very attentive? Should I make everybody say something? Okay, if you're still attentive in this class, type, not yes again, type, I'm attentive. You see the few people that will be able to type I'm attentive because not everybody is still attentive. After 1 hour plus, 2 hours, some are already sleeping. Some, in fact, my voice has lullabied them to sleep. They're no longer in this class with us, but it's important that we avoid distraction and increase our concentration because it's a rare thing to have. All right. I see them. Already say I'm attentive. All right. David Pat and Obong Agu Kama. Hopeful, great. Wow, I have a lot of attentive people today. Oh my God. Kofi J. Adebanke, Joanne, Najim, Lasisi. Oh, all right. I see all of you are still attentive. Ikechukwu Ituma, Ademola Falabi. All right. I have lots and lots of attentive people in class. All right. So let's continue. Did you know that Elon Musk is known for time blocking? What he usually does is that he allocates his day into 5 minute slots. While the Pomodoro technique is widely used by many professionals for enhanced focus and productivity. So I've shown you how this works. Yeah, Jide Forwode, I am attentive. All right, we have so many people attentive. So now that you're attentive, I'd like you to agree with me that you've been able to follow well through model 1, 2, and 3. We have 2 more modules to go. So we've done more than half of our class. Hopefully in the next few minutes, we should be wrapping up this class. Yes, Eno Eyong, you are attentive. All right, well, we thank you for your attentiveness, every one of you. I'm really, really grateful. And for you who will be joining this class much later, I know you also remain attentive. All right, so model 4, let's talk about productivity methodologies, okay? Let's talk about the GTD key principles. The GTD key principles is getting things done, all right? So if you want to get things done, what do you have to do? Capture everything in an external system, clarify the tasks and organize them, reflect on priorities and make decisions about what to tackle, engage in tasks based on context and priority. This is very, very key. Engage in tasks based on context and priority, and then regularly review and update task list. So it's one of the ways through which you can get things done, all right? So another way is what we call the Kanban method. The Kanban method is a method where you visualize your work on a Kanban board. So this board can be a digital board or a physical board. You can actually have a board in your office where you keep all the tasks, or you use these sticker papers, all right, to these sticky notes to represent the tasks that need to be done, all right? So limit work in progress to avoid multitasking, and move tasks through different stages. So maybe the work you are doing in your organization is at one level. Oh, I still have a lot of I am attentives coming in. Yes, I see you all. Adamu Mohammed, Chibuza Marcus, Rotimi Ekomok, I see you on. All right. So you have to move the task through different stages or through the different columns on the board. All right. So you continuously improve processes based on the feedback. Let's have a practical example. So create a physical or digital Kanban board. How do you create it? Just on your paper, that's on your phone. You can create a board where you have digital cards and then you move them as the work progresses through the stages of work. Okay, so maybe you have on your board um, initiation, you have implementation, you have evaluation, then you have like that. So you put this work at different stages as it's going. All right. So that's basically it. So the first column can be to do, the second column can be in progress, the last column can be done. So you use sticky notes if it's a physical board, or you use digital cards to represent the tasks and you move them through the board as the work progresses. There's one I saw in one office that I used to work in. We use the board is there, but we have magnetic sticks. So we just move it from we remove it from from the column, the first column, and put it to the next column like that. We just like magnets. We just keep moving it through the board till we've gotten to the last stage. So when you also look at the board, you see the tasks that are still at the to-do stage, the tasks that are still in progress stage, the tasks that are still in finishing stage, the tasks that are finished, and then the remarks that we have at the end, satisfied, not satisfied, and stuff like that. So that's Kanban method. It helps you to manage your productivity and to ensure that the work you're doing within your organization is progressing. All right. So another one is the lean methodology. The lean methodology helps you to eliminate waste in processes and activities. It optimizes efficiency by focusing on value-added tasks, continuously improving processes based on customer feedback. So if you want to practicalize it, we can do this by streamlining a business process, by identifying and eliminating unnecessary steps or activities, optimizing workflow to reduce waste and enhance efficiency. So let me bring in like sort of a case study. I don't know how many of you have had cause to visit a relative in a hospital recently. So I'm going to use that example. Um, I've had cause to check on a relative in the hospital, and it's had to be a government hospital recently. And to pay for blood tests, you had to go to one office and then they give you invoice, then you go to another office and then you pay, and then you take that payment receipt to another office, so they will give you something again, and then they'll verify that you have paid, then you go back to another place to get the medication. It was to get the I think the bottles and the tubes and stuff like that that was needed for the just to pay for blood tests and to get it done took a lot of time. So let me give us a sort of an example, assuming that we want to eliminate unnecessary steps or activities. I'd like you to share with me in the comment section, what should hospitals do? Let's assume that our comment platform is a platform where we're going to give the government advice on how to eliminate unnecessary steps for caring for loved ones in the hospital. So, what should be the unnecessary steps that we should be eliminated? So, I'm doing this because I don't want us to get very personal, maybe with your organization and stuff like that. But if there are unnecessary steps within your own organization that you wish to share in the comment section, please go ahead and let us know. All right. So that at the end of the day, what we want to achieve is that we want to optimize workflows to reduce waste of time, waste of resources, waste of everything, and enhance efficiency. So let me know in the comment section, what do you think? What do you think government hospitals should do? What do you think government schools should do? What do you think? Just go ahead. Any way any business process that you think should be identified and eliminated so that we'll optimize the work workflow and enhance efficiency, just feel free to share with me in the comment section. I'll be keeping my eye on the comment section, and then I'll read it out the moment you share it. All right, thank you. I'm seeing those who are attentive. Rotimi, I see you. Toyin, yes, I see you. Emoson Mojisola, I see you. Elder CGN, I see CGN, I see you. Gabriel, I see you. Samuel Bola. All right, I see you all are very attentive. Elder said, I'm not only attentive, you are teaching great. Well done. Thank you so much. All right, let's continue. I'm waiting for your comments in the comment section. Let me know what your thoughts are on how to eliminate unnecessary processes for the lean methodology. All right, let's talk about the agile methodology. Key principles. What are the key principles in agile methodology? That is to embrace flexibility and adaptability in project management. Break projects into small, manageable tasks like sprints, all right? And to iterate and adjust plans based on ongoing feedback. So if you want to adopt an agile methodology, what do you have to do? You have to implement agile in software development by breaking down a project into sprints. Each is focused on delivering specific features, hold regular sprint reviews and retrospectives to adapt plans based on feedback. There are so many ways to do that. All right, so Adamu Mohammed is the first to respond on this. He said hospitals should eliminate all steps that reduce relationship management with clients. That's beautiful. Imosun Mojisola said they should ensure proper network processes of communication should be put in place. All right, that's wonderful. Jide forwarded said digitalization enhances efficiency. I totally agree with you. I totally agree with you. Now, if you are active in the comment section, you will see a link that has been posted by IIPM International. Is certificate request and attendance link. So if you want to get a certificate for attending this course, you have to click on the link, all right? Click on the link and fill the form. And then you can also join the WhatsApp group so that every question if you have questions, they can be answered on the platform. So please do well to click on the link. But while you click on the link, make sure that you don't leave the class. Make sure that you're still attentive so that you don't miss out on anything that we have to share. All right. So for certificate, you want to get a certificate for attending this course. You have already attended the course. So make sure that you stay to the end, fill the form and submit so that you can be qualified to get the certificate. All right. So another one is Scrum. The Scrum is another project management methodology. It helps you to organize work in short, fixed length iterations, regularly reassess and adjust priorities based on feedback, encourages collaboration and transparency within teams. Okay, to apply the Scrum in project management, but you do it by organizing a development team into sprints, each lasting for 2 to 4 weeks. Hold daily stand-up meetings to discuss progress, challenges, and plans for the day. You see, the difference between Scrum and the Kanban method is that the Kanban method does not focus on time, okay? The Kanban method does not focus on time, while the Scrum method is time-based. Now, the Kanban is a scheduling system for lean manufacturing. In fact, Taichi Ono, I'll call him Ono. Taichi Ono is an industrial engineer in Toyota. He was the one who developed the Kanban system, and he developed it because it was going to help improve the manufacturing efficiency. So the system takes its name from the cards that track the production within a factory. So it was an industrial engineer with Toyota that developed the Kanban system. So the Kanban system basically is not time bound, it's just process bound, all right? It just tracks production processes, while the Scrum focuses on time. I hope you were able to get that. All right, so let's move on. Another one is deep work key principles. Now, to practice the deep work, you have to schedule dedicated and uninterrupted time for focused and deep work. Minimize distractions and interruptions during the deep work sessions. Prioritize quality of work over quality of time spent. So a practical example is schedule dedicated blocks of time, maybe 2 hours for deep focused work. Turn off notifications, close unnecessary tabs, create a distraction-free environment during these sessions, and have deep work. All right. Some of you need to have deep class. Like when you want to come for a class like this, you remove all of those distractions and have deep class. All right, so let's talk about some productivity tools and techniques. Remember, I promised you we're going to talk about technology in this class. So this is the time. We'll talk about some management software. We have Asana, we have Trello, we have Jira. You can Google some of these management softwares to know more about them, but they help with task management, they help with progress tracking, they help with collaborations. There are other collaboration platforms like the Microsoft Teams, Google Workspace, Slack. These ones help you with real-time messaging, file sharing, virtual collaboration. Like you want a team who may be in different places to work on the same project. You can use Google Workspace for that. You can use Microsoft Teams. Also, task management tools that will help you for efficiency, to prioritize and to meet up with your deadlines. We have Todoist, we have Wunderlist, we have Microsoft To Do. So these things help you to prioritize your tasks, to help you with your to-do list, and to help you, and they can help you with your tracking of the work that you have to do. Why are we talking about technology and software and stuff like that? Because they help you with automation. And automation in this generation has a lot of benefits. Number one benefit of automation is time saving. It saves you time. Automation reduces manual effort, all right? When things are automated, it's wonderful. That's what somebody was trying to say in the comment section. Who said that about digitalization? Yes, it was Jide Forward. He said digitalization enhances efficiency. That's exactly what he's trying to say. Okay, people are saying the link is not responsive. All right, we're going to resend the link so that you get it, but don't bother about it. Everybody must get access to the link before we end. All right. Another benefit of automation is that it reduces errors. Automation minimizes the risk of human errors because it is automated. The tendency for you to be distracted and make a mistake is really not there because it knows how to calculate for you. Just like the Excel, when you use Excel, it's able to calculate numbers for you. It's not distracted because it's not human. All right. Another one is consistency. With automation, there is consistency because it ensures uniformity and accuracy in tasks. Another one is scalability. Scales operations without proportional increase in effort. All right. Yes. So, yeah. All right. All the complaint about the links, we are going to handle them ASAP. So don't worry about them. We are going to send another link so that it'll be easy for you to join. All right. And fill your form for the certificate. Okay. Let's talk about training and integration strategies. Training and integration are critical for maximizing tool efficiency. All right. There are comprehensive training programs. They ensure employees are proficient in tool usage because if you're talking about corporate productivity, people, employees within the organization should be able to be trained and integrated into knowing how to use some of these tools. So that's why there's need for comprehensive training programs. There is need for regular updates and workshops because what worked yesterday might not be working today. Things are changing. Our environment is changing. Tools are being upgraded. Online technological apps are being updated on a regular basis. Okay, so there's need for updates, there's need for workshop so that the teams can be kept informed about new features and best practices. There are apps now that people need to learn how to use better. Then integration with existing systems, seamless integration with other tools for unified workflow. These are all essential. What is the use of technology when you don't know how to operate it, when you don't know how to use it? Okay, so there's need for us to keep improving and keep developing what we are doing. Okay. All right. So let's look at 5. That is our last module. So if you have stayed till this point, I salute you. I salute you. I thank you for having stayed. And if you have asked a question before, if you can, please copy and resend the question so that it will be fresh. We'll be going straight into questions the moment we are done. I saw a question earlier. Please help us to just copy and send it back. About the form, we are working on it so that we can send you a functional link. Okay, but if you can join the WhatsApp group, also join the WhatsApp group. The forms will be shared. The link will be given to you also. All right, so let's round up with module 5. In module 5 and the last module for this course, we'll be talking about collaboration and communication. Remember, we've been talking about corporate productivity. Corporate productivity. We started by telling you in module 1 what productivity was all about, the overview of productivity. From there, we talked about creating a productive culture. We said that there is a culture, a positive culture that enhances productivity. In module 3, we were able to tell you about time management mastery. So we talked about how time management can help you enhance corporate productivity. In module 4, we're able to talk to you about productivity methodologies. Here we talked about tools, we talked about methods, we talked about principles that will help you to become more productive. And in the final module, we'll be talking to you about collaboration and communication, how it ensures that we are able to increase our productivity as a corporate organization. Okay, so let's talk about effective team collaboration strategies. When we're talking about collaboration, we have to talk about open communication channels. Foster an environment where team members feel comfortable expressing their ideas. All right, have team building activities. We promote camaraderie, and collaboration. So it's a form of where people feel like they are bonded, where people feel like they are brothers, where people feel like they are one with each other. And this is essential in order to have close friendship and familiarity of some sort. This is very important when building teams. All right. All right, so let's try to build camaraderie. All right, so another one would be cross-functional teams. Encourage collaboration between different departments, okay? Encourage collaboration between different departments. Departments shouldn't see themselves as enemies. I usually don't like this atmosphere within organizations where people in different departments, maybe those in procurement are seeing those in marketing as enemies, those in marketing are seeing those in accounts as, all of those kind of these things. People shouldn't be seeing themselves as enemies within organization or competitors. Let's encourage collaboration between the different departments. Let them all understand that we are working towards the same goal. We are working towards the same vision. There should be regular team meetings, facilitate communication and updates. Did you know that effective team collaboration is vital for project success? Pixar's creative success. How many of you know Pixar? Pixar is an animation company, is like a subsidiary of Walt Disney Creations, all right? So Pixar's creative success is attributed to a collaborative culture. They were able to collaborate, see the kind of animated films they were able to produce, so things that look more current, more modern, the world is changing and those who understand collaboration are making good use of it. Look at the skit makers. See how they are collaborating. Look at musicians and artists. See how they are collaborating. They are doing more together because they are joining forces together. And where diverse talents work together, they are able to produce more more. They're able to produce more. They're able to increase their productivity. So Pixar was able to collaborate with some other companies, and at the end of the day, they were able to produce more innovative animated films. All right, and this is really amazing. Okay. So please, a new link has been sent. Try to click on the link. Communication best practices. You have to ensure active listening, ensure a deep understanding of other people's perspective, see things from other people's perspective, clearly convey messages to avoid misunderstanding. So there should be active listening, there should be clarity and conciseness, there should be feedback culture, encourage constructive feedback for continuous improvement. If you notice in this class, I kept asking for your feedback. I kept asking for your feedback because I didn't want to be like that leader that is taking a walk and walking alone without others following. All right. So as a leader, as an employer, even as an employee, encourage feedback. All right, use of visuals, enhance communication with visuals and diagrams. Some of you are able to enjoy this class better because it was not just about seeing my face in the little screen. You were also able to follow the things I was teaching in the visual slides that I was sharing. So it made the class more interactive. It made it easy for you to understand and communicate better with me. So this is very important. Did you know that communication is the heart of collaboration? Absolutely. Southwest Airlines is known for its transparent and open communication, fostering a positive workplace culture. So let me ask you, how is the communication in your workplace? Hmm? Is it good? Is it okay? Is it encouraging? Or is it really bad? Let's talk about some virtual collaboration tools. There are several tools that you can use for virtual collaboration. Adam Mohammed said automation and mechanization assist the organization a lot of to assist the organization to solve a lot of tasks within easy way examples. Okay, like artificial intelligence software. All right. So we get what you're trying to say. Virtual collaboration tools include Zoom, Miro, Slack. Let's talk about Zoom. Zoom is like a video conferencing for remote collaboration. It helps. Miro is an online collaborative whiteboard for visual collaboration. Slack is a messaging platform for real-time communication. Did you remember that virtual collaboration tools have become indispensable? Like you are enjoying this class today, but this class is not directly from YouTube. We are actually taking it from Zoom. If you watch the screen somewhere, you see Zoom there. So we are using Zoom as our own collaborative tool. And Zoom itself has played a pivotal role in enabling seamless communication during the global shift to remote work due to the COVID-19 pandemic. And since then, we are still using it, and it's been amazing. All right. Yeah, I see in the comment section, Festus Okuku said, good lecture, man. God bless you. We need more of this as a refresher course. And absolutely. Thank you so much for your kind words. All right. So overcoming communication barriers. There are barriers to communication. There are barriers to communication. These barriers are real. All right. And some of these barriers include cultural differences. Cultural differences, we should address and respect diverse cultural norms. There are different gestures you make might mean something different to people from other cultures. So we have to be very careful about the things we do, how we do them, all right? Language barriers. We need to use clear and simple language. Don't use one big grammar that will be difficult for you to mention. Some of you must have seen me struggling with one particular one today. All right, so time zone challenges. All right, so sometimes the time zones are different. So implement a flexible schedule so that it will be easy for people from different places to communicate well. Technology issues, provide training and support for tech-related challenges. All right, sometimes this is might occur and they might create barriers with the communication. Did you know that overcoming communication barriers is essential for global teams? IBM's diverse and globally distributed workforce exemplifies effective communication across different cultures and different time zones. So this is so important that we should take note of it. Okay, there is significance of feedback continuous improvement, the feedback loop, establish a continuous feedback mechanism. Always ask for feedback, always ask for feedback. Learning from mistakes, encourage a culture where mistakes are viewed as opportunities for improvement. Mistakes should not be viewed as final. Mistakes should not be viewed as the end of anybody's life. Every one of us makes mistakes, even the very best of us. We all make mistakes. But when we make mistakes, we should not see it as an end road. We should see it as opportunities for improvement, all right? Adaptability, embrace change, adapt communication strategies based on feedback, all right? Based on feedback, yeah. So Netflix, let's talk about Netflix. Netflix, the feedback is the lifeblood of continuous improvements. We cannot deny that. Feedback is the lifeblood of continuous improvement. Anywhere you see feedback, there is always improvement, because you know how well you did or how well you did not do a particular thing. You are able to improve on what you have done before. Let's talk about Netflix. Netflix is known for its data-driven approach. It gathers user feedback to enhance its streaming service continually. And now, when people want to talk about chilling or relaxing or resting, they talk about Netflix, all right? They talk about Netflix, and this is so important. Every organization should learn something from it. All right. Strategies for employee well-being. So let's talk about flexible work hours. Employees should balance personal and professional commitments. Okay. It's commonly said that all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. All right. So there has to be a balance, like work-life balance, very essential. Another thing is that vacation and leave policies, let's encourage time off to recharge. Everybody needs this. Everybody needs this. At the beginning, when I was telling you my truth, I told you that one of the things I want to do about one of my truths is that I need to start learning how to rest. All right. I need to find ways to balance my work with the life that I live. All right. So vacation and leave policies are things that we need to incorporate seriously. Let's set boundaries. All right. Clear boundaries. Set expectations for after work hours. So let's try to relax and chill. Even with this Netflix I talked about, you can just chill and relax with Netflix, or you can just go play a game, or you can just spend time with family, whatever it is that makes you feel relaxed. There has to be need for balance of work, a work-life balance, all right? Balancing work and life is crucial for employee well-being. Microsoft Focus Time features in its productivity tools. Microsoft Focus Time feature in its productivity tools allows employees to designate specific hours for focused work, and this ensures that they are able to promote a healthy work-life balance. All right. So mental health and awareness initiatives, very, very important. Mental health. This issue of mental health is something that people should really take very seriously. Mental health, so many things are driving people nuts and driving people crazy. So we have to make sure that there is employee assistance programs, EAP, to provide mental health resources and counseling. We should have allowed days off to prioritize mental well-being. We should educate employees on mental health awareness, because mental health awareness is gaining prominence. Google is recognized for its comprehensive well-being programs, including on-site counseling services and stress management workshops. So these things are very, very necessary so that people can get better and take good care of themselves. Also, fitness challenges encourages physical activity and overall well-being. These things are so crucial and very, very essential for people that work with you. These are wellness programs and initiatives. Okay, nutritional support, provide healthy food options, nutritional education, wellness events, organize events promoting mindfulness and stress reduction. Very, very, very important. Very, very, very important. Yeah, I'm looking into the comment section. I'm seeing wonderful comments. Okay, Daniel Emeka said the form site is fine now, so please make good use of it. Adam Mohammed said with collaboration and communication, the organization can work as a team with research, awareness, project management. Yes. Adeyemi Caleb said, imagine the collaboration between Zoom and YouTube. Absolutely. And that's why we're enjoying this class seamlessly. Okay. Yeah, that's networking. It brings up all departments together. Yes. Ikechukwu Ituma said, collaboration and communication foster a strong team building and thereby achieving more organizational goals and targets. Absolutely correct. So wellness programs contribute to a healthier workforce. Johnson & Johnson's Live for Life program is a notable example, emphasizing employee health and well-being through various initiatives. And this is wonderful. So let's also look into flexible work arrangements. Remote work allow employees to work from home or other locations. What is most important is that they are achieving the results that they are supposed to achieve. Compressed work week, condense the standard work week into fewer days. Job sharing, splitting a full-time position between 2 or more employees. Flexible work arrangements. All right, it can also enhance employee satisfaction. Salesforce commitment to remote work and flexible scheduling reflects the company's emphasis on employee well-being and work-life integration. All right. So this is very, very key. This is very, very key to make sure that employees are okay, they are fine, and they are happy to work with you. All right. So key takeaways. This is wrapping up. We've said a lot and our class is about to end. So the key takeaways is that there are diverse methodologies, all right? Companies benefit from adopting diverse productivity methodologies tailored to their unique needs, okay? Examples include GTD, who remembers GTD, get things done, right? Eisenhower matrix, who remembers that? The do, decide, delegate, and delete, all right? The Pomodoro, who remembers Pomodoro? 25 minutes each, 5 minutes break each. After 4 times of the 25 minutes, what happens? We have 15 to 30 minutes break, all right? The Kanban method, who remembers the Kanban method? We have a board, digital or physical, and then we move the cards from one stage to another. And then what of the lean method? The lean method, who remembers that one? We talked about removing unnecessary steps or processes. We talk about the agile and so many other methods. If you join this class late, please go back to the beginning of the video and watch. And don't forget to share the link to your friends, your relations, your associates, your neighbors, everybody. Make sure that they are in this class. And then we talked about strategic time management. So we talked about implement time management principles like the Eisenhower matrix to prioritize tasks based on urgency and importance. We talked about leveraging the Pomodoro technique for focused work, intervals, and regular breaks. A lot has been said in this class. We talked about efficient task organization, utilizing tools such as Todoist, Trello, and physical Kanban boards for efficient task organization. We also talked about applying the 80-20 Pareto principle rule to identify high impact tasks and contributing significantly to goals. We talked about flexibility and adaptability, embracing the agile and Scrum methodologies for adaptive project management. We talked about encouraging flexibility and continuous improvement within the organization, right? We also talked about the tools and the collaborative communication and collaborative techniques involved. We talk about deep work and focus, scheduling dedicated time for deep work to maximize concentration and outputs. We talked about employing strategies like Eat That Frog to tackle challenges, tasks head on. We talked about the lean principles for efficiency, implementing lean methods to streamline processes, eliminate waste, and optimize workflow. We talked about the tailored approach. The key to corporate productivity lies in adopting a tailored approach that combines methodologies for a customized strategy. We talked about embracing a culture of continuous improvement, feedback, and adaptability to drive sustained productivity gains. So these are the things that we really spent a lot of time to talk about in this class. We please like you to like this video. Please, if you have not liked the video already, like the video, share the video, comment if you have not commented, and please do subscribe to our YouTube channel. There are lots and lots and lots of things that we are still going to share on this platform. This is a platform that will build you up, that will make you better, and that will make you a better professional in life. So thank you so much, everyone, for being a part of this class. I was really excited sharing with you in this class, and I'm sure that you gained lots and lots of value. I'm sure you also learned lots and lots of things. I'm sure there are things you heard for the first time, and there are things you've heard before that was reinforced in your mind. So thank you. This is me rounding up with this class and appreciating every one of you for being a part of our class today.